now tuned into The Truth with G. Inspire, educate, and uplift. If you can't handle the truth, this ain't the show for you. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy this ride.
The Truth with G. The Truth with G. The Truth with G. All right. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Truth with G on WPMM Internet Radio. I am your boy, Gerald Graham, also known as G. Once again, we are back to talk about the issues that matter to you and your community. What's going on, people? Hope all is well with everyone. It is Thursday. We are on the precipice of the weekend. One more day, and we are joining the weekend. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you had a productive week. And if you're anything like me, you're looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to it, but I ain't, because I'm still on the go. So it's going to be it's going to be a rough 3 weeks for me. So, but anyway, we're going to continue to press on. But thank you so very much for tuning in today. Appreciate you listening audience, and whether you listen to the show every night or if you've been on one time or this is your first time. I really do appreciate you tuning in. We've been here for 3+ years, 3.5 years, and we've been doing this. So I thank you guys so very much for your continued support. And we're going to continue to do what we do, and we're going to make it bigger and better, and we're going to keep growing with this thing. And it's all because of you, trying to get the information to you. This show is about you, for you, and of you. So without you, I would not be sitting here today. So thank you so very much. Like, we have a couple people on Facebook already. Ms. Rivers, how you doing this evening? Good to see you on. Good to see you on. It's Topic Thursday. It is Topic Thursday. We're going to discuss some random topics here tonight, and also we're going to end up on a topic that I just find just kind of secret OnlyFans page, and that's based on a viral video that's going around. So we're going to talk about that as well. But let's go ahead and take care of the particulars so we can jump on into the show. Also, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share if you are on Facebook. I appreciate it. But once again, we are WPMM Internet Radio. We are under the umbrella of Changing Horizon Media Group, LLC. Well, we at WPMM, we play more music. We play the best in R&B, jazz, neo soul, independent hip hop, old school music. You can listen from the website at WPMMradio.com. You can also go to TuneIn. You can go to tell Alexa to play WPMM. She will oblige as well. We're on Facebook. We are on YouTube as well. There's a YouTube channel for WPMM. You can check that out. We're also on Twitch as well. So if you have someone who's not tech savvy, text WPMMradio.com. Just text that to them, and all they have to do is click on the link, hit play, and they can listen to the show as well. So do that for someone who might want to listen to the old dude talk today. Once again, I appreciate it. The views and opinions expressed by individual radio hosts and guests are of their own and does not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WPMM Radio. WPMM does not intend to malign with any religion, ethnic group, club, company, organization, individual, or anyone or anything. All right, now that we got that out the way. Also on tonight, we're not taking phone calls. However, you can leave your comments into the comment section. I encourage you to hit the like button on your Facebook. If you're on Facebook, just hit the like button. And if you like what you see, if you don't, hit the thumbs down or whatever the case may be. Hit a heart. Whatever you feel is in your heart to do. I'll accept positive and negative criticism. So if you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit the heart, thumbs up, what have you. I appreciate it. Share as well. So how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Next week, before we get started, next week, I have a lot going on next week. I know it is on was it Veterans Day? Veterans Day week next week. On Friday is actual Veterans Day is on Saturday. So for most people who are getting time off work, they're going to get off on Friday. I'm tired, people. I am exhausted. I'm exhausted, and I can't put down my day job. I just made some changes on my day job, so it requires me to be there every day. So I can't take off. But next week, and I'll keep you posted. I may or may not. I may take a hiatus next week from doing the show, and come back the following week. Come back the following week because I need some time to clear my brain, if you will, because again, I'm taking on some new tasks, some new adventures, if you will, new horizons, and what I am taking on is going to require a whole lot of brain cells, and you know, when you get my age, you start losing brain cells. So you know, I may take next week off to, you know, once I get in and get my feet wet and find out what direction it's going to take me in, where I have a clear head, then we'll jump back in. But next week may be kind of difficult for me to make this change and try to produce shows at the same time, because again, the new move that I made is going to require a lot of my time and a lot of my energy, if you will. And when I come on air, I want to give you all my energy. I don't want to come on, you know, half-ass doing anything, or come on without any type of preparation in regards to production of the show or whatnot. So maybe I may be taking off next week. The odds are that I will, but I can't say that for definite at this particular moment. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. But on today's show, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the deal with in Congress. We have the George Santos situation. You probably don't know who George Santos is. George Santos don't know who he is because he lies about everything. We'll talk about him in Congress and the contradictory stance of the Republican parties. And in this case, there was some dumbass Democrats that voted in a way that I didn't think they would vote. But we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the war in Israel. It's continuing to go on in the trial in New York in the Orange Idiot. Two of the kids, when I say kids, two of Donald of Trump's sons, Eric and Don Jr. testified. Don Jr. testified today, and yesterday Eric testified today. We'll talk about that here a little bit. Also, we'll go to our local news and talk about some local stories. Got some stupid people around here as well, and we'll talk about them and stupidity that they have put upon our area here. And then we'll move on to we'll talk about the census in the state of Florida. I want to cover that real quick as well. Also, contraband in prisons. I want to talk, you know, I know I'm naming a lot of subjects and I may not get to all of them, but we're going to definitely try. And also the OnlyFans issue that is trending on social media nowadays. We're going to talk about that as well. Would you be mad if your significant other had a OnlyFans page that secretly had an OnlyFans page and you found out about it? Would you be mad? I think it's a given. But anyway, we shall see. I want to see what you say about that. So, but anyway, first up, let's start in our Congress. George Santos, he is the congressman that really, you know, he's a Republican congressman. He should not be there. He has defrauded and has lied his way to that seat. Every aspect of his life, he lied. Everything that he said he wasn't. Every place he said he worked, he didn't. Every school he said he went to, he didn't. Every diploma and degree that he got, he didn't. I mean, he lied on his mom, saying his mom was in the World Trade Center when they got the terrorist attack hit the World Trade Center, and she was in a whole nother country. I mean, just on and on, on and on, on and on. The lies just kept continuing. However, in Congress, they finally got to a vote where they were actually going to vote to expel him. The vote did come to the floor. However, we had, excuse me just a second, we had some Republicans and some dumbass Democrats, and I'll talk about both parties. I don't, stupidity does not have a party affiliation. But anyway, they voted to continue, let this idiot continue serving as a congressman in our government. However, there is an ethics committee review being done on him. That ethics committee report is supposed to come out sometime in the next couple of weeks. They are saying that once this ethics report come out, that they are going to revisit the vote. They're going to vote again to see if they're going to expel him from Congress, and we'll see. We will see. But he shouldn't be in Congress. He really should not be in Congress. Also, again, it's Topic Thursday. If you're just joining us, appreciate you joining. Hit the thumbs up, hit the hearts, hit the thumbs down if you don't like what I'm talking about, whatever the case may be. But do something, let me know you're out there. But Topics Thursday, we're talking random topics. We're going to end up on OnlyFans. As I know that sounds kind of weird, but we're going to end up on OnlyFans tonight. The war in Israel still continues. Again, I'm trying to understand the issue with the Palestinians and the people in Israel. I'm trying to educate myself to understand why this war has been waging for so long. However, we have not seen the magnitude of attacks that we are seeing right now within. Bear with me just a moment. I got to be my own cameraman too. So, but we haven't seen this these type of attacks, the magnitude in which Hamas went into Israel. This war been going on for 2 or 3 weeks now. But Hamas, the terrorist organization there, Hamas went into Israel and started bombing Israel and killing civilians. They wasn't even bombing military bases or any type of anything that affiliated with the military. They were just simply bombing businesses, homes, neighborhoods, whatnot, and a lot of civilians died. However, Israel is on the counterattack now. Now Israel is attacking. They are in a counterattack, if you will. And then they are bombing Gaza. The Gaza Strip is controlled by Hamas or the Palestinian terror group, if you will. However, there are Americans in Gaza. There are, everyday civilians who are stuck in Gaza. Why we have Americans in Gaza, I don't know. I don't know why people chose that particular region to go and live, or whatever the case may be, how they end up there. But anyway, there are Americans there. They're trying to get them out. Israel did let the civilians know in Gaza that they were going to be hitting strategic targets there in Gaza. Most of the military or the terrorist organization, they're not military, they're terrorist organization, Hamas is. A lot of their places where they conduct their business is underground. So, and I don't want to call them military bases because they're not military bases, but the basin where they organize and conduct their business, a lot of it is underground. And it's underground underneath where populated areas are, where civilians are. So to bomb those targets, obviously they have to bomb civilian homes, businesses, whatnot. And they say they sent and dropped leaflets over different areas or whatever, Gaza, telling the people that were there to evacuate, because there was going to be counterattacks by Israel. But anyway, what's going over there on over there is simply a travesty. It is sad what's going on in Israel, in Gaza, Palestine, because innocent people are dying, civilians are dying. Triple L is joining us on Facebook. How you doing tonight, Triple L? Good to see you. Good to see you on here, ma'am. Glad you tuned in tonight. Topics Thursday. We're going over some random topics. We are talking about the war in Israel right now. And if you just joined us, again, hit the thumbs up, hit the heart, share this video if you will, share this live. But it's tragic what the people are going through over there. They're hostages that's being taken. The last number I heard was 250 hostages has been taken by Hamas and being held somewhere in Gaza or whatever the case may be. And these aren't like military people that they're taking hostages. They're taking children. They're taking old people. They're taking women, and they are holding these people hostage for whatever reason. Only at this point, only a few has been released. They have released a few of them, but they're still taking in more. It came out yesterday that there was information where more hostages had been taken. And again, they are, they're taking children and whatnot. And the images coming out of that particular region right now is gruesome, where babies are being killed and their heads cut off and they're burned, and it's just a sad situation. So I really wish I understood what the beef was between Palestine and Israel, and I know it has to do with the Jews or what have you, because here in the United States, even with our Jewish community here in the United States, the Jewish community is on alert because there's so many threats being waged against the Jewish people, to where our Jewish people here in the States are arming themselves. People who have never owned a firearm or never thought that they would need a firearm, these people are buying weapons. I saw a report where it was talking about the gun sales amongst the Jewish community. It's soaring. The guns are jumping off the shelves, if you will, because these people are trying to arm themselves so that they can protect themselves from idiots right here in the United States that are willing to attack them because of what's going on over there in Israel with the Jews and the Palestinians and the Hamas terrorist group. So that whole situation is just a tragedy. And like I say, the images and the pictures coming out of that region where people live and is bombed, and they're bombing churches and hospitals, and it's just crazy. And like I said, until I can understand why they have this beef amongst them, the two countries, if you will, I guess until then I won't really understand why this is going on. But I really do want to understand it. So I need to sit and find some time to sit down and read up on the history of Palestine and Israel, and see why they have been beefing and why they have been in war for so long. So that's what's going on over there. Moving on. If you have any comments or what have you about any topic that I'm talking about, drop it in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, drop it in the comment section. We'll definitely talk about it. Again, if you're on Facebook, hit the thumbs up, hit the heart, share, if you will. Okay, the Orange Idiot. He is still in court in the state of New York. He is trying everything in his power to get the case thrown out. His lawyers are idiots. He's an idiot. His son testified today. Don Jr. testified on yesterday and continued his testimony, wrapped up his testimony on today. Eric testified today as well. And they're willing to sacrifice their freedom for the Orange Idiot. because they are pretending like they don't know anything. Don Jr. is the beneficiary over the Trump organization. He's one of the beneficiaries, which he would definitely, or he definitely supposed to know what's going on within the Trump organization over there. But he is claiming he don't know anything. He just there. He don't know anything, which is BS, as we know. Um, Ivanka is scheduled to testify on the 8th next week. Um, Ivanka is not listed in any indictments like Eric and Don Jr. are. They are listed in some of the indictments. Trump got 91 of them. So, but in a few of them, Eric and Don Jr. are listed in those indictments. Why Ivanka is not listed in those indictments, I don't know. I don't know if she has turned state's evidence or what, but she will be on the stand next week. Miss Serena Atkins Corley has joined us. Good evening, Miss Serena. How you doing this evening? Good to see you on. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Topics Thursday is what we're doing today. We're going over different topics. Here we're going to end up talking about OnlyFans. And I know that's a weird topic for me, but it's trending right now in social media. So I have to talk about it. I want your opinions on something. I put out a poll question about it, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But that's where we're at in the trial of the Orange Idiot. Keep in mind, the Orange judge already ruled before the trial even started that fraud was committed. So, it's already been ruled that the Orange Idiot is guilty of fraud. This whole trial is just basically just determine at what length and what depth he is in regards to his fraudulent business activities. And even through all that, we have idiots. And yes, you're an idiot if you are one of those people who are polling and being polled and said you will vote for Trump. If you are one of those people that are planning to vote for Trump in the presidential 2024 election, you're an asshole. You're stupid, you're an idiot, and you're an asshole. Because if you have a drop of common sense, if you are from this planet with any kind of sense, you would not vote for that criminal, that rapist, that racist. And yes, he is all the above. So if you are stupid enough to vote for someone of that character, you're an asshole and you're an idiot. And stupidity reigns within you. So, and I tell it to your face. So if anybody out there that's planning to vote for Trump, hit me up. I love to talk to you. I love to pick your brain and see why you're an idiot. Because I want you to understand why you're an idiot. And that's my, I'm trying to do you a favor. And make you understand how stupid you are. Because once you realize how stupid you are, you may change your ways. Because at this point, you probably think you're smart. You probably think you know everything. I think you probably think that everything Trump says is the gospel, and you probably need to be educated and put into your place. So hit me up if you're a Trump fan. If you're voting for Trump, hit me up. Let me know. I love to talk to you. We can talk here right here on the air on WPMM Radio. So, all right, moving on. Topics Thursday once again. Seems like people are moving out of the state of Florida. And they are. The report blames it on affordability as far as being able to afford to live in Florida. I personally don't think it has anything to do with affordability as far as people moving out. But according to the census, the U.S. Census, last year, 275,000 people moved out of the state of Florida. Again, they contributed that to affordability in regards to people who are not able to sustain uh, a lifestyle here in because of the rising costs and everything, and housing and food, gas, whatnot, and they have moved to other states. But I personally think that is people are leaving because of the stance that our state government is taking. Our state government is totally against black people. It's totally against Hispanic people. It's totally against the LGBTQ community. It is, it's against anybody who's not rich and not white. DeSantis once said that Florida is where woke comes to die, which means black people. So I think based on the legislation that has been passed through the state house and the state senate and been signed by the governor, has a whole lot to do with the fact that people are leaving the state of Florida. Particularly black people. Black people do not want to be in a state where they're basically not wanted. However, myself, if I thought dumbass DeSantis was going to be governor forever, then yes, I would definitely contemplate leaving the state of Florida. But I know his time is limited. His time is limited as far as being in office. We need to vote him out of office. He's only going to be there temporarily if we get out and vote the way we're supposed to. So, but that's the reason that I think that people are fleeing from the state of Florida. It's not affordability, it's legislation against black and brown people and the LGBTQ community. I think I'm supposed to throw something else in there, LGBTQ plus or something like that. It's some more letters or something in there. But that's where we are, and these numbers coming from the Census Bureau. It's nothing that has been made up. It's from the people that count to see who's in the state. What people. We know that he ran away all the workers, the Hispanic workers, because we had a lot of undocumented workers in the state of Florida, which is not a secret. However, those undocumented workers are the ones that was doing the bulk of the work here in the state of Florida that basically nobody else wants to do. Nobody else wants to go out there and pick pick oranges and go out there in the fields and work and get on top of these roofs and fix your house after the hurricane. It's hard to find hardworking people, and those Hispanic people are some of the hardest working people you will ever meet in your life. And legislation was passed to where if a business was found out to have undocumented workers working for them, that business can be fined and people could possibly go to jail, and then the people working for them can be deported. And then it was also in that legislation where if someone Hispanic or undocumented worker, someone here undocumented goes to a hospital and try to check into a hospital, that they can be apprehended and taken to jail and then deported. So instead of risking that, a lot of the Hispanics just left the state and went to work in other states. That's why you see all of these. That's why you see a lot of construction projects either on hold or it has slowed down significantly. I passed through even in Pensacola. I passed through some areas, downtown area, where they were putting houses up and buildings up every day, and now it done slowed down because they don't have the workers. So AAA said we have the power if we just unite and vote with full potential. You're exactly right. We have to keep in mind the numbers. The numbers, I went to public school, so I can't math real fast. But we have to keep in mind that particularly black people, we make up of less than 13% of the population itself. So we're already outnumbered. So when it comes to voting, with us only making up 13% of the population, we have to show up at 80, 90% in regards to registered voters showing up and voting at the polls. I know our last couple elections, we had a better turnout than we have in past elections, but we're only sitting up around 40 some odd percent, 40%. And with that 40%, it's not enough. It's not good enough because, again, we're outnumbered. We're already outnumbered. Then on top of that, you have to look at the fact that in the state of Florida, there are more registered Republicans than there are Democrats. So if you combine the black and white people and the Hispanic people that are in the Democratic Party that are registered to vote, does not tally up to the amount of Republican registered voters. We're outnumbered there as well. So if the Republicans show up and vote at 40% of their registered voters, or 45% or what have you, that means we got to be 85, 90% in order to make a difference. If we're not showing up in droves then we're going to lose, and we're going to turn these not just the state, but turn the federal government over to the sole power of the Republicans, and that will be detrimental to each and every one of you. That would be devastating to each and every one of you, because it would almost be living under martial law. It would almost be like living in a country that is ruled by a dictator if we allow the Republicans to take over all three branches of the government. Right now, they have the House and they have the Supreme Court. So the only thing left is the office of the president and the Senate. Hopefully we hold on to the Senate, and hopefully we have enough votes to take over the House, so we can get these idiots and these dumbass people from making decisions that are contrary to what we are trying to do as a people and where we're trying to go. They are trying to stop us from getting where we're trying to go. And we cannot allow a Republican, the whole government, to be led by Republicans. So, get out and vote, people. If you haven't registered, you need to get your behind up, get registered. There's several places you can go, and on upcoming show, I will have all the information as far as where you can go register, how you can register, things of that nature. Try to get some people on that are working in that field in regards to pushing voter registration, things of that nature. Try to get some people on to talk about that as well. But if we don't vote, shut the hell up. You have to deal with whatever you have to deal with. But your non-vote hurts a lot of people. I'm going to put it that way. Your non-vote hurts a lot of people. So even if you don't care about yourself, if you don't care about your well-being, if you don't care about the people who's making decisions over you, even if you don't care, think about that person next to you. Think about your family member. Think about your friends. Think about them. Vote for them. Triple L says mail-in ballots are better. They are really making in-person voting hard. Yes, it is to vote in person, because voter suppression has reared its ugly head in so many different ways. From in some places you can't even hand out water to people that standing in line to vote. The fear tactics that they are putting out there, where people are scared to show up to vote, scared to show up to register because they'll think they're getting arrested for something or whatever case may be. They have came up with so many different bullshit reasons for people not to show up or register to vote or show up at the polls. It's crazy, but don't let anything deter you. Don't let anything scare you from voting or whatever the case may be. Get your ass up and go vote. If you're not registered, get registered, so you can get your ass up and go vote. So, but that's that. Also, let's see what else is going on. There was last night. Let's jump on the local scene here. Last night there was a shooting that took place last night someone was shot and killed. They're looking for a 28-year-old man that's wanted for the homicide last night. According to WAR Channel 3 News, a 28-year-old man wanted for a homicide in Scammon County overnight. The sheriff department is searching for Shabri, can't say the milk, Basharian Omar Steverson. So it's Shabri Steverson. It's the person they're looking for, person of interest in that shooting. Scammon County Sheriff Department. All right. Anytime you're working with technology, you never know what it's going to do. All right. Now it's messing with me. Let's try to get out of it. I was trying to read the story, but my computer's doing something wonky right now. Okay. That the sheriff department is searching for Shabri Steverson. The Scammon County Sheriff Office says the fatal shooting happened Thursday morning in the 2300 block of West Blunt in Brownsville area. A male victim sustained a gunshot wound to the abdomen, where he later died at the hospital. Deputies say this stemmed from an argument. Is asking if you have any information on where the whereabouts of Steverson. Call Crime Stoppers at 850-433-STOP. Or the Scammon County Sheriff's Office at 850-436-9620. Again, Crime Stoppers 850-433-STOP. I promise you, if I knew who this person was and knew where they was, call me a snitch you want to. But I don't like the fact that we have killers running around our city. People who have killed. And trust me, we have a lot of people that have killed running around our city because we have a lot of unsolved murders. But the confusion continues on as far as homicides in Scammon County. I don't know where we at number-wise. I can assure you we're probably at a record, somewhere near a record in regards to number of homicides that we have in 1 year. We just entered the month of November. And I'm trying to get the tally in regards to homicides in our county and our city, but I'm pretty sure we're close to, if not surpassed, the record of homicides, because it seems like we have one every week, at least one a week, and it's just a sad situation. But that particular individual is wanted. Steverson is his last name. He is wanted. Again, Crime Stoppers, 850-433-STOP. If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Stop letting these killers roam our streets. You know, I don't like seeing people going to jail, but if you're going to be out here killing folks, especially unwarranted, you know, on time somebody should lose their life if you're being attacked by some idiot and it's a life or death situation and you have to defend yourself. That's the only time that someone should use any type of lethal force against anyone. But it's like, you know, around here these days, people are just shooting people just to be shooting people, almost like it's a game. So, but that's that situation. Let's see. Also, another guy was in the news, and I hate to just report on negative news, but had a guy that was charged with attempted murder. Meaning he did damage to somebody. The person just held on and didn't die. So he was charged with attempted murder. And the sad part is this is a 10-time convicted felon that is been accused of attempted murder. And according to Channel 3 News, WAR, it says a Pensacola man is charged with attempted murder for reportedly shooting at another person Sunday night. This was Sunday. Again, we had that shooting on Sunday. Then we had the murder that took place early this morning, last night, early this morning. Pensacola man is charged with attempted murder for reportedly shooting at another person Sunday night. Damian Joseph, 29 years old, was arrested Monday night and charged with attempted murder. weapon offense, damaging property, weapon possession by a convicted felon, damaging property. According to the arrest report, multiple people were at a residence where Joseph arrived at the home. Upon his arrival, one person went to the car to retrieve an item. The report states Joseph exited the home and approached the person by the car, asking for $5. According to the report, when the person said they didn't have any money, Joseph pulled a gun from his waistband and began shooting at them. The victim said a second unknown suspect also began shooting over $5 freaking. That is stupid. Report said the victim said Joseph was about 6 feet away when beginning shooting. The victim was able to duck behind the car for safety before Joseph and the other victim ran off. The vehicle sustained gunshots while at least one shot went through the residence. According to the arrest report, Joseph has 10 felony convictions, and Joseph is being held in Scammy County Jail with no bond. See, they just don't make any sense. Just stupidity. I don't know these people. I don't know who this guy is, but it was just stupid. That was just stupidity. You're a 10-time convicted felon. You have a gun. And, as a convicted felon, you cannot have a gun. So regardless of what else he did, just by having a gun, it's a minimum mandatory of 3 years in prison if you're a convicted felon and you are caught with a gun. So listen, people, it's a mandatory minimum of 3 years. You can get 3 to 15 years as a felon for having a gun. You don't have to shoot that gun. You don't have to commit a crime with that gun. As far as like a robbery or anything of that nature, all you have to do is be in possession of a gun. If you're a convicted felon and you get caught, you're going to do 3 years. Minimum. Maximum 15. But however, this guy fired the gun, which exacerbates the charge. So for the attempted murder charge, you're looking at minimum 25. So already you're looking at 28 years in prison on the attempted murder and the weapons charge. And there are probably more charges going to come because one of the shots went into a residence. So with that shot going into that residence, the first charge that come up to mind is shooting into an occupied dwelling. That's a whole nother charge. So, but as it stands right now, they hadn't thrown that charge on them, but I'm sure they will. Triple L put a comment in the comment section. She said, until they have to pay the price for crime, they're going to keep doing it until they get caught and go to jail instead of getting off. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hate to see anybody have to go to jail. But if you're out here being a dumbass, being an idiot, and you're out here shooting people and killing people and robbing people and raping people, whatever, then yes, your ass need to be locked up. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your last name is. I don't care who your people are. You need to be locked up because you should not be out here harming other people for no freaking reason. If it's not a life, if your life is not in danger, if you're not in danger of great bodily harm, you should not be being violent toward anyone at any point in time. And it said this person came up and they asked the person for $5, and the person back apparently said they didn't have $5, and now you're shooting at them because they didn't have $5 to give you. Take your ass to work. I got $5. I worked for my $5. I didn't have to ask anybody for my $5. And if I did have to ask somebody, I'm not going to shoot them if they say no, because I understand that as a grown person, as a man, that I have to make my own way. I can't rely on people to give me $5 just because, I refuse to make my own way. And don't give me this crap about, I'm a felon, nobody hire me. Damn it, there's so many jobs out there right now that anybody can get hired. But anyway, this Triple L also said exactly, if you don't value life, you ain't got no problem going to jail. I think some people, I think some of them enjoy being in jail. It just seems like they just like going to jail because why? I don't commit crimes because I'm scared to go to jail. That's why I don't do anything illegal. I may do something immoral from time to time, but I don't do anything illegal because I'm scared to go to jail. And I use the word scared. I am terrified of going to jail. The thought of doing something to go to jail is a deterrent for me. But some of these idiots running around here is not even a deterrent for them. So, all right, another local story here. We have somebody in Escambia County Jail because they were trying to smuggle drugs in Central Prison. This woman came all the way from Miami to visit someone that's in prison, brought drugs with her, tried to smuggle it into the jail and got caught. According to Channel 3 WAR News, a Miami woman got caught smuggling drugs into the Central Correctional Facility. According to Escambia County Sheriff's Office, Maria Maceo, 52 years old, was charged with smuggling contraband into the prison, trafficking cocaine, and resisting arrest. And this incident happened Monday. Deputy said I can't say her last name, Maceo, I think it is, first used a false identity to enter the prison. Since she had an active warrant for her arrest in Miami. Wow, idiot! Oh my God, I didn't even read that part. She got an active warrant, so she's using a fake name to go into a prison. That's just dumb. But anyway, she tried to enter the prison since she had used a false name to try to enter the prison since she had a warrant for her arrest in Miami. While sitting with an inmate, deputy says she tried pulling 2 packages of drugs from near her leg and handed it to the inmate. However, a corrections officer noticed and the packages dropped to the floor. Deputies say one package contained marijuana and the other contained cocaine. The CEO is being held in Escambia County Jail on a $55,000 bond. And that's stupidity. So now, even if she bond out of Escambia County Jail, she got to go back to Miami and face the warrant that she has in Miami, which she'll probably have no bond on that particular warrant because she just committed another crime. She's idiot. People do some stupid stuff. I really don't understand. She's trying to go to jail. She's trying to be just locked up just like the person that she went to see, which makes no sense to me. So, but those are some of the news stories going on the local front. Moving along. Topics Thursday. If you're just joining us, it's Topics Thursday. We're talking random topics, and as I told you in the beginning of the show, we're going to talk about OnlyFans. I know that's an interesting topic to talk about on this show, but it's trending in social media. And if you don't know what, I'm still trying to find out exactly what OnlyFans is. It's apparently an app, if you will, in regards to, I think people are trying to find people to get freaky with on this particular app. That's what I think it is. I've never seen OnlyFans. I've only heard about OnlyFans. But anyway, it's trending right now because ex NBA basketball player Joe Smith, I think he was a journeyman. He played for several different teams in his tenure while he played basketball. But anyway, Joe Smith is married to an individual. I forget her real name, but she used to go by the name of Yasmin. But he married to her. He found out that she secretly had a OnlyFans page. And apparently in this OnlyFans page, if you have an OnlyFans page or whatever, you can charge people. I don't know if you meet up with people, whatever, but I know you can charge people to see what you're doing. And normally you're doing something freaky. on your OnlyFans page, is my understanding. So Joe Smith found out that his wife has a OnlyFans page, and he was pissed about it. He got pissed about it, and there was a argument or debate ensued in regards to her having an OnlyFans, and he had no knowledge of it and didn't tell him and hid it from him and this, that, and other. I guess my only issue with that it didn't have, as far as the OnlyFans, that's not the only issue that I have, because this argument took place and she was videoed. I don't know if she was live while he was, asking her about this OnlyFans and why she's hiding it or whatever, but she was on live. It was videoed. One, as his wife, why are you putting your personal business that should be talked about between you and him, personal issue within your marriage? Why are you live doing this process? That's an issue that I have, first and foremost. What kind of relationship is this where you go live and put your squabbles on live social media? But anyway, he wasn't happy about it. They argued about it, what have you. However, it comes to find out that this particular, his wife, used to go by the name of Jasmine. That's not a real name, but that was her porn name. This young lady used to do porn. And in the argument, Joe Smith was saying, you shouldn't be doing that. That's disrespectful. This, that, and the other, whatever. And in the argument, she said, well, you knew who I was before you married me. You knew what I did before you married me, or whatever. But he was trying to argue, but you married now, which, I don't like to call women out their name or whatever, but there's a phrase out there that says you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But in this case, I had to do my research because I couldn't talk about something that I don't have my research for. And when people say porn stars, sometimes they can be talking about a nude model. They can be talking about this softcore porn where everything is hidden, nothing is shown. They hiding this, that, and other, and whatever, but they still doing what they do. And then you got the hardcore stuff. So I had to do my research. Yes, I did my research. This young lady did the hardcore. I mean, like hardcore porn. I mean, hardcore porn that involves more than just two people at a time or whatever the case may be. She did hardcore porn. And again, people are grown, they do what they do. I'm not, if that's your thing, you do your thing. But based on the porn, the hardcore porn that I seen, the examples of what I saw as far as what she used to do, how is he surprised of this woman having an OnlyFans page? I can understand you being upset, but you should be. I'm thinking based on what she was doing in these porn videos versus what she's doing now I guess she's on a screen where people just looking at her on the screen and she by herself or whatever the case may be. Shit, you should be happy that's all she's doing is on OnlyFans. Because if she go back to doing all that nasty stuff that she was doing in the porn video, first of all, I don't even know. You do you, Joe Smith. But there's no way in the world I could marry someone who, and I know you shouldn't judge anybody by their past, but she's doing some nasty shit in these videos. Some just outright shake your head like, how in the hell? But you married her, and now you mad because she got an OnlyFans. So my question to you guys, I put a poll question on my Facebook page. My question to you guys was, would you be upset if you found out your significant other had a secret OnlyFans page? Would you be mad about it? Would you understand? Would you support it? Would you leave? What would you do? So that's the question that I'm gonna leave you with tonight. If your significant other had an OnlyFans, would you be mad or would you support it? Or what would you do? So go to my Facebook page and answer that question Find the post and I'll repost it after I get off the air tonight. I'll repost it and we'll kind of go from there. I'm curious to know what you guys have to say about it. And on the next show, I'll revisit this topic and give you the summation of what people wrote in and said about this particular topic. So, but anyway, we are coming up to the top of the hour. It is time for me to get up out of here. It is Thursday, one more day before I get reprieve from the job and get a couple of days off. And then next week, I'll make decision next week. I make decision probably the next day or two if I will be live or if I'm going to take a short hiatus next week and come back the following week. I'll be posting that information here in the next couple of days in regards to the show. I got a lot going on. And I need some time to kind of regroup and kind of get things together, if you will, because again, I'm venturing out on some new ventures, new activities, what have you, and it's going to take a lot for me to get myself acclimated and get into a good space to where I'm able to produce my shows and get the content that's necessary in order to do these shows. And thank you, Mr. Triple L. Thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate you. I know you're on the go. But yeah, I may take next week just to kind of regroup because I have a lot going on, and I know I won't have time to produce shows. So I'm right now is 90% saying I may not do shows next week, 10% that I might. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'll be posting that in the next couple of days. So, but anyway, want to thank you for joining me once again. I'm here every Monday, Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, WPMM Internet Radio. Make sure you join me. Until I see you again, I want you to be responsible. Have fun, but be responsible. Don't want to see you get caught up in no bullshit crap. Don't want to see you in jail for stupid stuff. Remember, a tow truck and a Uber is cheaper than a DUI. It's cheaper and it don't make you lose your freedom. So make sure you guys be responsible in what you do. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, but don't do nothing stupid. Don't do anything stupid. So I will see you guys on the other side. Thank you once again. Until then, you guys be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I am out of here.